Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network.
What do you get when you mix two white boys, both named Mike? A thing for Justin Timberlake and a piercing above your eye. Was he high? Their stories alone could make you cry. That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
Whoa! How did we both know to scream?
I think we do that a lot.
I guess so. This is so exciting.
This is great. First off, everybody, this is the 100th episode.
For the 100th time, I will say, welcome to Irish Goodbye Podcast.
A storytelling podcast.
That's for the 4th time. I'm one of your hosts, Mike Cannon. With me, as always,
is Mike Feeney. And I got to tell you, I never thought this would come to be, and I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited too. We both coordinated wearing merch.
Yeah, to peel back the curtain a little bit here, we just saw Creed 2,
and I will
so we're fucking running.
Fight the shit out of somebody that looks like they've been through the Cold War.
Yeah. So we're kind of redlining emotionally right now, so we figured what better way to celebrate the 100th episode than to do what at least 4 people have been regularly tweeting.
Chris the teacher is fisting himself right now. He is so excited. He's the only person that really even gave a shit about this. We put out the poll, would you like to see a power hour? People either way it'd be okay.
Yeah. Aren't you guys 30? Yeah, so
33.
Yeah, so we will be doing
400 in showbiz years.
We will be doing a power hour right now, starting in a minute on the podcast.
18 seconds.
And we're gonna get through the whole fucking thing. And we already have we got puke buckets because we're pretty confident. What do you think's gonna happen? Let's take some bets on
I'm 100%, 1,000,000% gonna throw up.
Now, do you think that you'll complete the power hour, or do you think you'll tap out? Those last 15 are going to be brutal.
Did Adonis Creed back
out
when he broke his ribs? Did he get his corner to throw in the towel?
Let me tell you this right now. If there's a moment in which I am considering quitting, you give me a Rocky pump-up speech.
Well, I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to give you a Dolph Lundgren speech, and I'll be like, this is what she lived.
Yeah. You just go, nah!
Well, spoiler alerts, but honestly, if you don't know the storyline to a Rocky movie before going in, you should be bludgeoned to death upon entry.
It was a good... And
my sister was who went and saw the movie with us. She was like, the fight's already happening?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, he's going to lose the first one.
It's the shortest
and then there's going to be a wild
But this is also your second time seeing.
And I'm still surprised.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. Let's start this in 10 seconds, all right? And then because we actually have a story about Creed, let's open this shit.
Oh, no. It's already overflowing.
Oh, no, it's way too foamy.
3, 2...
And we have a bell. Oh, that's a shitty. Do that over.
Cheers. The beginning of the end.
Hey.
Yep, that's gonna...
That's good. Yucky.
Yeah, I would just keep pouring it right away after.
Yeah, because that's going to be the hard part.
The whole thing about this episode is we're pretty certain that audibly this is going to be tough.
Yeah.
I understand that if you wait until Monday and you don't have your subscription, that's totally fine. But what I would do,
use code IGP.
Of course. But what I would do, I would recommend taking the opportunity to watch this live on YouTube for the week that it's free.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is going to be a visual one, but also you're going to have Alex doing the bells. I think this will play audio. I think you have too low of expectations.
It's going to play audio when we're screaming the N-word in 15 minutes.
It's like... Also, it's 9 seconds until we have to do it again.
This is...
Alex is not going to be producing this episode well because she's going to be too busy ringing the bell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you should just keep it a 2-shot the entire time because you're... Oh, no.
God damn it!
Yeah, I mean...
This is minute 2. I already want to quit.
Have 4 more minutes? I mean, I'm not a beer drinker.
Power 10 minute. That's what we're doing.
I literally asked. So once I got here, I had already been out for the day, so I had a change of a t-shirt for the shows that I'm going to do after this.
Right. Yeah. We both have shows. We both have to host. Just the most work.
We're going to, not only the most work, it's the most organizational position in comedy. Because you're taking people's time. You're asking what their light situation is. Credits be damned. I will not announce a single thing.
The whole show rides on you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to tell you, I mean, I'm in for creating a party vibe, but that front row better be wearing ponchos. I might projectile vomit on somebody.
So let's get into the story that happened, because there was some weird shit that happened at Creed.
Well, we might as well, right? So during the entire thing, we were while we're there, I
gotta be honest, I'm feeling pretty good so far. It's been 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm great. I got
classic begin. Please, Alex, freeze on that fucking optimistic, stupid face. Because when you're green later and just being like, I gotta go back to a story.
Well, here's the best part, too. Yeah, I can't wait to cancel. So the
can't
best
wait for you to drive.
Yeah. The best part about this is it's going to test the conversation we had a couple weeks ago about who's the better drinker, because this is both endurance and speed and volume.
No, I don't care for this at all. You just snuck me backdoor into a cup.
I didn't realize. I saw you saying it out loud.
Rapist of drinking. You didn't. Whatever.
All right.
So, oh my God.
No, that's anyway,
all right. So let's get a goddamn handle on things right now, even though it's 5 seconds. This is going to be a tough one to get through, and I apologize, everybody. All right, I'm going to start right away. So during the movie, there about 10 minutes in, I suppose, there was just an old fella who just kind of meandered his way into the movie.
Very old. In his late 70s.
Slow-moving, creaky bones, like having a tough time getting around. So that's kind of what I thought. I thought initially he had like assigned seats up near us, but it was too much of a voyage to take up the steps.
Right.
So he was just kind of like biding his time. But then we noticed that he was just ice grilling us.
Well, he also had an altercation with the people that were up there. He was talking. He was talking to them, and I looked over. I thought they knew each other. I thought it was kind of like, "Hey, you're in my seat," kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And then I look over, and he's standing at the end of our aisle, not watching the movie.
That was after the first 10 minutes. So he had already been positioned in that, like, the little lobby that you walk from the outdoor.
Yeah.
And he was standing there for a good 5-10 minutes. Then he kind of meandered around the front, looking like he was trying to feed pigeons in the middle of the park.
Yeah.
He was just having a tough go of it. And I thought, I'm immediately like, oh. I'm high, so my first, even though this guy is 1,000,000 years old, my first instinct is this guy is going to shoot the place up.
Really?
Yeah, my first.
Oh, he's too old to give me that vibe.
Dude, who knows? He could have been the Joker wearing an old person mask.
Yeah.
He could have been whatever. So I'm looking at his hands. I'm ready to get up and fucking double leg Hulk Hogan kick him right in the chest.
Right.
And then he kind of finds his way over there. That's where I lost him. That's where you tracked him.
Yeah, because now I am looking over, and I just felt somebody like in my vision. So I go, "What is this guy?" And I thought he was just standing watching the movie. Nope, staring directly at us.
Yeah,
so
at the end of our aisle, just kind of menacingly looking at us.
Staring at us. And I elbow you, point to it. You tell Jessica. We're both like, "What the fuck is going on?"
We go, Jessica, how about a real man handle this?
Yeah. And then Jessica immediately goes, "Sir, are you okay?" And then he
silence,
doesn't speak, and continues to stare.
Yeah. So Jessica gets up. She, like the Good Samaritan,
we're gonna need another beer.
We need another beer almost immediately. She gets up, goes to outside, and she tells them like, "Hey, there's a lost old man afoot in Theater 14,
right?
And it looks like he could potentially need some help." So we're like, "Okay, that should solve it." Nobody ever comes. This guy continues to meander. He like kind of even comes super close to us at one point, like right in front of the barrier, and he's like kind of like feeling it, like almost a kid needs like tactile proof that this thing is a real thing.
Yeah.
And he's like kind of feeling it, and it's like, what the fuck is going on? So he like sits down then for a minute or two, then gets up, and he's kind of gone for a while. But I didn't know if he was in the back of the room or what the fuck, so I go out to take a piss, and I go to tell... Thank you so much, Shannon. I go... Oh, just make sure you shake it as much as humanly possible.
Oh, no.
So I go out there, and I go to tell the guy working the ticket taker, I go, "Hey, buddy, like, I don't know if he left or whatever." And the guy goes, "He left." Like immediately. And I was like, "Well, let me explain exactly what's happening." I was like, "There's an old guy that seems confused, and he might need some help." And he just like kind of continues to stare at me. And I realized I hadn't been making eye contact with this guy at all. And I'm explaining the story, and then I look at him, and he is fully retarded.
Oh, no.
Like, totally retarded. And I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, what do I say to this? So I'm just like, okay. And he's like,
Oh,
just staring at me with this huge smile, and I'm like, I mean, good for you that you got this job, but also the movie theaters are kind of like a danger zone at this point. I don't know if you've read the news. I don't know if it comes out in coloring books.
Yeah.
But either way, like, this is kind of
You just have to color in the blood. It's like seats 1 through 9.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, come on. I'm not going to make it through. I already know.
This is beer 1 is done.
Yeah, beer 1 is done.
Let's keep them on the table. Make a nice little display out of it. Okay. All right. So,
so the guy, you know, he's like, hey, the guy's gone or whatever. And I'm like, all right, you know, so that kind of ends, right? He doesn't come back for the remainder of the movie.
Right.
But then at another point in the movie, I go out again to take a piss, which is the benefit of having, you know, a million drinks, but also then, you know, having seen the movie before. I knew, it
you
didn't
were
bother
allowed
me
to
to
leave.
go piss.
Yeah.
So I walk right past, out of the bathroom, right past the ticket taker that is now a black woman, and she was kind of dealing with another customer, and I was like, oh, hey, you know, I made sure she saw me as I was walking out of the bathroom, so she would have a receipt of my face.
Right.
I had been in there
Which
before.
also, by the way, there was nobody there.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It was us and 2 other people,
Right.
and then. So I walk past, and like probably a solid 10 or 11 seconds after I like kind of walked through, and I think I dropped something, so that's why it took me so long to get to the theater.
Yeah.
But she goes, sir. I hear this, sir. And I just turn around and I look at her, and there's another guy in front of me, like in between me and her. So I assume she's just talking to him.
Right.
So and she just keeps saying it, and that guy is not saying anything. And I go, me? And she's like, yes, you.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, what? And she's like, you're over here. And I go, no, I'm not. I'm here. And she's like, no, you're not. You got out of theater 15. And I go, no, I didn't, you idiot. I'm 14. It says it right up here. I was like, you're making me miss the movie. She's like, well, I was like, how about I throw my ticket on the floor? You can come over and check it, and I'll just walk into the fucking room.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. So I was just like, I'm blacked out drunk already. I like...
I did feel like I feel a buzz coming on fast.
Demon swirling in my head. It's like when you were a kid and you used to do above ground whirlpools just to get the leaves to the top of the
Wait, that's
water.
not. Wait, why did you did it for leaves? I just did it for fun.
Well, there's funzy. Oh my God,
Wait a minute.
Stroke fiends. What the fuck was that?
Also, you said there's funsies. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's what my alcoholic math teacher / soccer coach used to say during high school.
Funsies?
Yeah, he's like, well, let's do it just for funsies.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, it did.
But that
suck.
was a weird. Yeah, but that was crazy. So was there anything else that happened with her? Did she? Like,
No, she just screamed at me, and then
Yeah.
I yelled at her, and she goes, all right, go ahead.
Oh, that's so
and that
funny.
was it.
Yeah,
I was
she
like,
doesn't give a shit.
Weird
was
fucking
playing
move.
Candy Crush
so
when I walked by
I'm
her.
pretty sure that everybody that works at the Kips Bay Lowe's is retarded.
Yeah, yeah. it
Every
might have
single person has.
That was too fast.
That was so fast. I
All right,
forgot
well-
that's a major side effect of alcohol is the
Delayed
concept
time.
Concept of time is not really as accurate as it could be.
So I mean, we gotta fucking. This is a couple weeks ago now. But we gotta talk about motherfucking laugh it up.
Oh, Poughkeepsie.
Pug.
Yeah. How long do you think we're gonna be able to stay on track?
I don't know. Well, I figured this story is gonna take us 45 minutes to tell.
Here's hoping.
It's a 4-minute story.
I'm
So-
exhausted telling that story, and it had zero substance to it whatsoever.
That was pretty good.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, 100 episodes. We finally
I was
get
just
along.
fishing for a compliment, to be honest. I was like, hey,
You're like,
didn't
I don't know. I just feel
didn't
like
I really
maybe.
hold up my end of the bargain there.
So let's talk about motherfucking laugh it up Poughkeepsie. I just need to find if I took any notes.
Oh, I wrote. One thing that I do that I will say, because this won't be in linear.
Sorry,
Jesus
I'm gonna need
Christ.
to do a lot of that.
Oh,
I'll tell our side of the story since you didn't drive with us up there.
okay.
Me, Rosebud, Sneaky Raccoon, Brendan Sagalow, and myself. We went up together. We drove up. It was a fun time. You know, it's always fun. I love doing like the 3-hour, anywhere from 1 to 3 hour road trip with like your friend comics. You know what I mean? You guys get to bullshit, catch up.
When it's 4+, that's when it becomes taxing on everybody involved. Holding a conversation for 4 hours, it's like, What are we, Rogan? Like,
Yeah. We don't need this, do we?
We can't do this.
Yeah. Mind if I knock out for a little bit?
You're not a physicist.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't talk to you for this long.
So we go, we get up there, and the first thing that happens is when you show up, we decide to, I don't know, maybe, now I'm getting like my whole time.
I'm ready to go to bed. Are we 40 minutes in?
14.
Dude,
no,
it's
probably less.
15.
So it's the first quarter is finished.
Yeah. So one thing I
Only
did.
3 more of exactly what
We need
just
5
did.
beers. Once we get 5 beers is when we're done. So what we did was we ended up, I got Sagalo and Rosebud to have the peppercorns, which was
Yeah.
fun. That was a fun experiment because people have been asking about Sagalo doing it. Everyone wants to see Sagalo's reaction to things from I think it was from the comedians in cars scaring comedians thing where he's,
Sure.
he's very like, frightenable
Yeah.
and,
Little did they know Sagalo's just popping peppercorns like they're a fucking sweet
Yeah,
treat.
yeah.
He had no reaction
after
to
the
it
show, I
whatsoever.
gave them to like members of your family and
Yeah, they didn't care for
Nicole's mom. Someone else was like, "What's happening?" That's how loud it was. Great. But let's talk about the actual time because I gotta say we love the fucking people at Laugh It Up.
The
Cal
staff.
and Dan and all the
Oh
staff.
yeah, the staff is
Everybody-
fantastic.
Yeah, everybody was fucking great.
Got a
it's-
real decent sized amount of weed. Oh yeah, somebody from the staff really palmed me something delightful. It was,
I love that. Yeah. So
I didn't share it at all.
Well, let's go. First, the show happens. Sagalo's hosting, then it's myself, then Rosebud, then you're headlining, and Sagalo goes up in classic Brendan fashion.
I mean, instant.
Immediately.
And we were what is troubling about Brendan is that we were having this conversation about like ingratiate yourself to the audience, make them think they love you, and like
because he is a lovable.
Of course he is. Create a warm
He's
environment.
a human beanbag.
And he goes up there, and the first thing he said, "What's up, motherfuckers?"
No, I don't even think it was motherfuckers. I think it was like, what up, trash, or something like
He
that.
said, "What's up, motherfuckers?" Poughkeepsie, trash.
Oh.
I love trash. Gets into his bit about loving trash, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Did we just get insulted instantly?" I mean, in fairness, by the end of the show, they certainly deserved it.
Yeah, so Brendan that one hurt. Brendan goes up. He does his thing, insults everybody. I go up, and I gotta tell you, I'm not a guy who's gonna be one of these.
You can stop it right there.
I'm not a guy who's going to fucking put on airs and be like, bro, I fucking crushed. They were fucking crazy. Here's the thing. I had a real tough time at that set. I mean, that's the only way to put it. And we had IGP fans out there.
Of course we did.
And
We had our old producer, Dana,
I know.
there.
I have to stop bombing in front of your family.
By the way,
because-
Alex, you are down several shows to Dana in terms of her just live attendance.
Oh,
you need
yeah.
to step up your
Yeah, Dana
motherfucking
was coming
support
before
for
she
your
was
boys.
a producer, and then
Yeah.
still after.
If I find out you go to a goddamn Bennington event for Chris Stanley, I'm going to set you on fire from your feet first.
Guys, I'll come to your shows.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Goddamn right.
Is the bell going off soon? It feels like
Oh,
it's...
yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't have asked for it.
I told you that my first threat to Alex was going to happen this episode.
Yeah, yeah.
And wow, sure as shit,
Yeah.
15 minutes in.
Can't believe alcohol affected it.
Slurring my words.
So anyway, listen. So I go. I had a tough time. Here's what happened when I was on stage.
Start your sentence 4 more times.
Here's the thing. Let me tell you about it. If I could just. All right. So if the guy, I'm not the kind of one. Listen. If you're, when I go,
You hear that?
it's going to take us the whole episode to talk about almost nothing. So I'm on stage, and there's people who are drunk in the front. It's like 3 old Jewish ladies, and they are just kind of like chatty, commenting on everything.
Classic Jew.
So it's going to be a lot of burping. I apologize.
Oh, all right, that's the end of that beer. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I forgot I was doing the thing.
I must have taken more because now there's I only have half of one, but a full thing empty. So anyway, so I'm on stage. I go into this bit that I'm doing about asshole drivers, and she is like, "Yep, I'm that person, which everybody, the whole point of that joke is like we all collectively
shaming
hate
that
that
person.
person. Yeah. And she gladly I'm that one. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of fucking weird. And I kind of like make a comment, kind of like make fun of her a little bit. And people were like, who the fuck's this bitch? You know, they do this whole thing. I start going into the joke. Then I do another joke and I go from like, you know, from A to C kind of a thing. And at the end of the joke, she goes, that's a stretch. And I go, yeah. I mean, that was what the joke was.
Yeah, that's humor, you stupid bitch.
Yeah,
I'm not just reading off of a court transcript in hopes that it's humorous.
So she gets...
I'm going to stretch the truth a bit to try to get some fucking yucks out of you.
Right.
Prince.
So she starts being like fucking whatever. And like a fucking beautiful... combative family that you have, they start chiming in.
Look at that. This doesn't even make sense. How do I do that? Do
Yeah.
you see the drip, Alex?
It's too... The drip is what makes me
The
uncomfortable.
drip is what makes it look like my
It's not
armpit is
impressive.
a sopping pussy.
Yeah. So listen, I go, I'm talking to her. I'm kind of doing crowd work with her. I'm kind of being like, so you're the kind of person that everybody hates, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of being like. I'm the first person on the show, so I don't want to like tank the show, but I'm also kind of
Right.
like, fuck you, you're ruining everything. And everyone's kind of like, yeah, get her and stuff like that. And then I hear,
That's the best about those type of environments. You go to like a Poughkeepsie or you go to Jersey or like something where it's like super blue collar. A lot of them show up to comedy based on like what they saw in Gladiator.
Right.
Like they just
Oh my
want
God.
fucking absolute combat.
So I think, and now this has been a couple weeks ago, I didn't take detailed enough notes, but what I think was, I believe Jessica...
Chloe.
No, Chloe was later. I think Jessica said the first thing, which she responded, your sister responded to one of the hecklers where she said something like, she was like, hey, why don't you be quiet? Or something like that kind of a thing. And then like, and the girl was kind of like, what? And then like, you know, and I kept saying something. And then she said something else. She was like, you don't want me. Oh, I think Jessica said something like, she wishes she was up there or something like that. Right. And then she was like, you don't want me up there. And I was like, oh, are you going to, do you have jokes? Is there something funny about
And
your
also,
existence?
first correct thing you've said thus far.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you up there. Nobody wants you speaking. Nobody thinks your thoughts are mildly important or relevant.
Exactly. So then Chloe
How
comes
did
in.
I get that sentence out?
So then your other sister, Chloe, comes in out of like, and I mean, Chloe is classic Cannon. Mm-hmm. Classic Cannon
Chloe's
blood.
a broad that like she
Sung our intro
First
song.
of all, she sings our intro. Also, my mother, and I think I told this on the show before, but has while leaving the stand, like walked off the sidewalk when she had the white light to cross the street and a fucking rollerblade
Right, yeah,
into her.
yeah.
And Chloe, without hesitation, leapt on top of the rollerblader and unloaded left hand straights to his face.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the type
which
of girl
is perfect
she is.
because I couldn't even tell it was Chloe at the time because, you know, the stage lights, like I just kind of like saw like shadowy figures, but I knew it was your family immediately because then Chloe just goes, what the fuck? I think it was something like, she said something like, oh, she's embarrassing herself. I feel bad for her. She said, I feel bad for her.
Yeah.
And then the Jewish girl was eating, and she, from here, dropped her fork onto her plate. Like a 2 foot, like just like a tink, and then just did a arms cross and were angry. And I made like fun of her one more time, and I think I said something like a little mean to her. I definitely said something to be like, oh, fuck her, right? Like, we all hate her. And then for some reason...
That's the best, though, when a disruptive twat or male is like now they're not going to enjoy the show
and sit
under
in the front row.
protest
because
somebody called them out on their fucking behavior.
Just fucking leave.
Beat it with your entitled horseshit.
So so I'm now that happens. Chloe says that thing. I was like, and I kind of yes that where I'm like, yeah, fuck that, fuck this kind of thing. And for some reason, once I say that, because I was like, oh, I'm hearing people yelling at this girl. We all hate her, right? So I trash her. And everybody else besides your family in the room was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, all of a sudden people turn on me where they're like, we don't like her, but also, what have you done to earn our respect? So I'm like, Jesus Christ. And literally the next, what I think I did, whatever it was, 15, 20 minutes. And like for at least 11 of those minutes, it was just a dog fight. It was just fucking like just taking body shots.
You're walking through mud like the dog in Never-Ending Story. I mean, the horse. God damn it.
I mean, I am taking body shots. I go from like, I'll work on some new shit. They're like, get out of here. Yeah. I'm like, I'll do proven A. And they're like, we've never liked anything less. And then literally the last 3 minutes, they were a great crowd. The last 3 minutes, they were like...
Just in time for Rosebud.
Yeah. They were like, all right, we like you. And I was like, I'm like sweating. You know, like I got off stage.
Then Brendan gets on. He's like, how about Mike Feeney, huh? How about you faggots? Did you like him? It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I like, I mean, admittedly, it was a tough time. So anyone that came up to laugh at Poughkeepsie, I had a, you know how I know I had a tough time is because people afterwards were like, hey man, don't worry about that. Like, you know,
I mean, let me get to my part. My set was great. I did.
Oh wait, I have a whole. No, fuck you. And also,
you do have more, but let me get into my perspective because I did have a decent set. I also powered through. I talked about the.
You had even said it was a long time.
It felt like a long time because it was actual work. Like, and I just didn't want to do certain material. Like I thought I would be able to stretch out on certain new ideas, which I definitely did, and I got some things done, but it definitely didn't roll as I expected. You know, before the show, you go to these places and you get the cool poster by Diego, who just designed our new t-shirt. Go buy that. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Yeah.
But also, like, you go there and you're like, we're going to get fucking basically like carried by these people. This is going to be fantastic. And then you get there and it's more of a fight. Can you not do that?
I can't. I'm like, it's becoming tough. This is the only way I'm going to keep going.
I'm going to throw up pretty soon, actually. As a matter of fact, it is. Oh my God.
That came up.
Yeah,
that came up.
So we're,
I did that one I did directly into the mic and I don't know why. I'm so sorry. I apologize to her. You're trying to do it and came up with nothing.
So,
We're gonna need another beer soon. Ugh.
Yeah, we do.
3 more minutes. Oh, the first puke. Oh,
I almost did it.
How many minutes are we in? Your eyes are watering. Wait, how many minutes are we in?
We're 26 minutes
26.
in. You started on the 3rd minute, so I don't know if you want to go to an hour and 3 for it to be a
of course.
true power hour.
You have to do a true power hour.
So
We're
you're
not
only
doing
really 23 in so far.
All right, so Mike.
Alex, if you say that in a mocking tone one more time, I know this is soundproof, but it's not punch-proof. I'll get right through that glass and I'll fucking kill somebody. I will kill somebody.
So you have a great set. You and Rosebud both did great. I think.
So afterwards, we're like taking pictures with people.
Wait. No, before that, I got to get to my thing.
Yeah, but let me get to my thing. I really have not done this since I was 18 years old.
I haven't done. Well, that's the other thing we didn't talk about. Neither of us have done this since college, which was 32 years ago.
No, it wasn't. Stop aging me, bro. So after I get off, I had spent a fair amount of the time talking about the Middle East, and I'm holding the bucket. This is not going anywhere. I feel it. It's now right here. So it's right up at the top of my pec.
We need beer.
It's gonna eventually surface.
But anyway, you get to your thing.
One of the audience members comes up to me after, and she's like, "Were you at this base in Kuwait?" And I was like, "I fucking was."
Just a couple weeks ago.
She's like, "Holy shit!" She's like, "My boyfriend." Let me check that it wasn't her husband.
Split the difference. Say fiance.
My husband.
There you go.
My husband.
That's too soon.
My husband saw you in Kuwait. She's like, and now I'm seeing you here in the States. I miss him a ton. This is like kind of a cool thing that the two of us get to connect with.
That's fucking so awesome.
And I was like, again, started hysterically crying, like completely emotionally moved. Didn't really know how to handle it. Thank you, Alex. You could actually bring out the final beer too. Right?
Yeah, might as well.
We might
It'd be
as well.
easier for you.
Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to say that. I mean, that was
so fucking cool, man. That really was awesome. That was like a thing, and we'll get to some of the after party shit afterwards. But after party, like there really was one. But so anyway, during you go on stage. I'm obviously, I'm not happy with how my set went. So I'm like a little, like I was happy with the end of it, but everything before then I was like, that fucking was not, it's like you look forward to, I've been to that club before. I had a fucking great set last time. I had a lot of fun.
Come on.
This was like a pretty decent turnout too. So I was like, this is going to be like, again, you kind of walk in expecting them to be on your side and it was a real fight. So I got off stage. And I was like, Brendan, let's fucking smoke. We gotta go do drugs. So we go outside.
The almonds in this garbage now look like deer shit, and it's like stirring my stomach.
So Brendan and I go outside to smoke weed. Brendan rolls a joint. We go outside, and there's like underneath. So Laughing at Poughkeepsie is almost in this. It's almost in like this plaza in the same place as a train station. So there's an overhang. There's other businesses around. There's like a full bar and a restaurant and all this other stuff. So and so we end up going. We walk out the doors. We go like 2 or 3 feet to the right. There's a bunch of people outside. Everyone's smoking and stuff like that. It's getting faster.
Yeah. There's a solid chance I also cry in this episode just because
okay.
I'm like,
because you're so happy with how the show's gone after 100 episodes.
I don't have this ability anymore.
It's fine if you're not a better drinker. You can admit it now and quit. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, we only got like 15 seconds, so we got to do it again. So let me get through some stuff. So we go outside, we start smoking weed. As we start smoking weed, I see a guy that looks like he looks like a bull, but on 2 legs. And he walks over to us. It's
like
pouring.
Victor Drago.
Yeah. Pouring rain. He walks up to us and he goes, "Oh, what's up, man? What do you got there?" And Brendan, in his jovial beanbag self, is just like, "Hey!"
Never been in trouble.
Yeah, he just goes, "Hey, what's up?" And like goes to hand it to the guy. And the guy's like, "What is that?" And then Brendan's like, "What do you mean?"
It's salvia, bro.
Remember salvia? Mm-hmm. So he goes, "What is that?" And immediately I saw the little earpiece in his thing and I go, "That's fucking security." So he was like, "What is that?" And he's staring at Brendan and it's like, Brendan's in a hard place. He can't lie. It smells like pot. We're smoking a joint. We're obviously smoking. So Brendan goes, "Oh, it's weed." And
it's marijuana, grade A narcotic.
And he just goes, "It's pot." And he just goes, "And you think that's all right?" He goes, "What are you doing with that?" And he goes, "No, we're actually the comics. We're on the show."
Yes, if that is a pass for crime.
Yeah. And he goes, "No, we're the comics on the show." And he goes, "Oh, so you're getting paid to perform here and you think it's okay to smoke illegal drugs directly out front?" And Brendan and I were like, "No, it's just..."
This is like one of those things that also suck my fucking dick.
Yeah, all you could have said is walk that way, boys.
Pay to perform. As if they're still doing us a favor for paying us.
Right.
Like, shut your fucking ape mouth, you piece of shit.
So the guy is like, really giving us a hard time. And there's an old man who's like in a security guard shirt watching us. He takes the joint, this bull guy takes the joint from Brendan and literally Razor Ramon flicks it away. There was like half of the joint left.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, you could have just told us to move down. And so the guy kept being like, "So what do you think? Why would you do that?" He's like, "You think that's smart?" He goes, "You think that's smart to do with all these cops around and all this?" He's like, there are undercover cops all over this place. And all this thing. And here's the thing. Here's what I realized. I had also smoked a couple times. I knew what this was. This was a guy who was not going... I knew what he needed.
He is Seth Rogen in Observe and Report.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, it's
an underpaid loser security guard that probably suffers from mental illness and cannot pass the cop
exam. And this is so important to him. This is so important to him.
We're only halfway.
Oh, do we have the first puke? Not yet. It's so important to him. You could tell he was not going to back down. He was not going to be talked out of. He was not going to be like... Brendan was trying to be like, "Come on, man. We're just fucking with the comics. We're smoking." Like, I knew instantly he was very much...
Sorry that our job requires creativity.
He was in our face, dude. Like,
loser.
He was 11...
That would have gone way worse if I was there.
Yeah, it was less than 11 inches from our face. He was just talking to us like, "Oh, so you think that's a fucking smart idea?" And I literally like pushed Brendan aside and went, "Look, man," I said, "we're sorry. There's no excuse." And he just went, "Go inside." Because like that's exactly what it is. Like I knew that's what he needed. He needed a groveling. So I just went, "There's no excuse. We're sorry."
I would have said, "Call the cops."
Yeah, but it's like,
Call
you know
the
what I mean?
fucking
It's like,
cops.
here's the thing. At the time that happened, I didn't know what the
Toys R Us
relation
security
to... I want to still work the club. I didn't know what the relation to the club was. I was like, I'm not trying to make
I don't
waves.
care if he owns it.
Is that... Oh, no. I need to burp out first.
Well, looks like I took that sip before you, Buttercup. I'm catching a second wind.
Buddy, you have a puke bucket on your lap.
I sure do.
So I was like, I don't know what the deal is. I'm not trying to make waves. I want to fucking keep I did it for career preservation, where I'm like, listen, sorry, it's my fault. We fucked up. We walked back inside. Immediately, we start talking to the bookers of Laugh It Up, and they're like, "Those guys are fucking assholes, man." And we're like, "Oh, okay." Like it was like, so then it's like I shouldn't have fucking.
My friend Andrew's calling. Should I put him on the podcast?
Don't do that. This is alcohol. We're in the middle of a thing
he's
here.
On. Andrew, you're live on Irish Goodbye Podcast.
Oh, holy shit!
It's
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow in New Orleans. I'm going to the weed store. What do you guys want?
Oh, what is this, Santa? Oh no!
Oh no! We gotta
Andrew,
do another
we're
show.
also hold on one second. We're doing a power hour for our 100th episode right now, and we're about 32 minutes in, and we're both having a very difficult time.
I'm gonna puke soon. Andrew's coming? Andy?
Yeah, Andrew's
I'm
coming.
so fucking excited.
Yeah, this is
Andy's
great.
coming.
Weed store. Are you smuggling actual flour? What?
Yeah, I can take anything to LAX. I just can't take it back. So I was gonna.
Oh, so buddy, bring a full ounce because we're smoking it to the bone.
Bring weed and gummies and
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely bring
not edibles,
an indica
flower.
dominant hybrid.
No. I'd say sativa dominant.
Yeah, indica dominant hybrid.
No,
That's-
indica's gonna put us to sleep.
No, it's not. It's anti-anxiety. You fucking.
Yeah,
cock.
but it makes you like, ugh, I want to be like laughing and happy and having a good time.
All right, well, Andrew, we actually trust you with whatever you bring.
Yes, we love you, Andrew.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. I just figured I'd give you guys a call, but
Come
I'll
on.
see you in 24 hours.
Yes, sir. See you then. We're having a tough time. Talk to you in a little bit.
All right. Hang in there. Later, guys.
All right, bye.
I was getting to a point where I have to hold it in my mouth before I swallow
Yeah,
it.
that was a worthwhile call to take, to be perfectly honest. I mean,
Speaking of worthwhile calls, a worthwhile subscription is to Gas Digital. So sign up.
I've forgotten every time.
Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Please follow us on social media at Irish Goodbye Pod on Twitter, at Irish Goodbye Podcast on Instagram.
Fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm fine.
Go to and leave us a 5-star review. Tell people about it. We love the show. We love you guys. We love that everybody's listening. It's been 100 fucking episodes.
Holy shit.
It's been fucking.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
In a couple episodes, it will have been 2 years of us doing
You
this.
know, I
fucking
didn't
podcast.
listen to the Bare Naked Ladies for 15 years because that was a fight Nicole and I had in 10th grade. She went to their concert and got drunk.
No,
And
go
I
on.
was livid.
Go
I
on.
was so anti-drinking. I was like, how dare you have 2 beers with your friends? Oh, you okay?
You told me not to burp off mic, so I'm trying to.
I told you not to burp off mic or to burp.
I don't know. What is it? What is it? Just pick one, man.
It also sounds
So-
like you're queefing out of your mouth.
So anyway, go to. It's coming up, man. So
Did we take a drink this one?
No, we didn't.
God damn it, Alex.
And now in 30 seconds, we're going to have to do it again?
Well, I'm sorry, but you had a little break at least for a minute.
Yeah, I guess.
So go to.
iTunes, Irish Goodbye. Leave a comment, leave a review, 5-star review, please. We are struggling career-wise.
We're not. We're doing. I mean, I am, but we're doing okay.
Somebody told me, Mike Harrington was like, dude, you gotta play it up. Say Irish Goodbye is doing like really, really great and like make it.
It is doing great.
It is really doing great.
I mean, I gotta
but
be
it's
honest.
so much funnier to say that it's doing badly.
No, it's not.
It's way funny.
All right. Here's the. Here's the full transparent truth. We have seen a dramatic.
These are our numbers.
yeah. We've seen a dramatic increase in the last couple months, and we're excited for all the new listeners, and we fucking love that we have you on board. But we want to keep the
Yeah, we
fucking
want to
train
thank
moving.
Big J. Okerson.
Yeah. Tell a couple people about the show. That's all we can ask. And if you want to sign up for a Gas Digital subscription, you get access to all the other podcasts, all the archives. Just go use code IGP, and that way you get a discount. And you can also go to
Merch Pump.
and you can check this motherfucking. Look at that shit! A brand new motherfucking T-shirt available, designed
you,
by
Diego
the one and
Pimentel.
only Diego Pimentel. And look at these look how fucking dope that is. If you guys aren't watching, go to merchpump.com.
I want both colors.
Yeah, go to merchpump.com. Get yourself an Irish Goodbye t-shirt. I mean, I got to be honest. I love the t-shirts that I'm wearing now because it doesn't look like a podcast shirt. That fucking t-shirt is dope, and I want that.
Does not have even the word podcast or Mike Cannon or Mike Feeney anywhere on it, so wear it with pride.
Oh, no. We did. This is getting tough.
Yeah. So write the review.
We did a field study, and we found out that people really like a shirt that
we did
really
a field
doesn't
study.
emphasize.
We asked Ralph.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Doesn't look like a podcast at all. So I mean, that's got everything. And also, it's kind of we kind of worked in one of our sponsors
Yeah,
almost.
I mean, to be honest, thanks so much to Cameron Esposito for modeling this shirt for us.
That's a deep cut. So regardless, whatever. We're at Laugh It Up Poughkeepsie. We got yelled at by the fucking bouncers. It was kind of a nightmare. And then, of course, let's get into seeing our old flame. Sorry,
Dana, our original love.
Dana.
Yeah.
Was that the bell? I think you hit it early just because you're pissed.
I actually feel bad every time I hit it at this point.
It feels like hell. So we saw Dana, and
It
here's
has
a
to
fun
be more
thing.
beers than 5.
Yeah, we're burning through, huh?
Yeah, and we're only at 40, so we have to have more beers.
So we have more. So
Who came up with the number 5?
I don't know. That's the thing. So anyway,
Nicole warned me about
I think it's supposed to be 1 ounce shots, and I think we're doing 2 ounce shots. So we're doing double power hour. I think that's what we are. We're heroes.
DP.
No, don't. So listen, here's my favorite part about everything that happened at Laugh It Up. You had a friend there.
Did I? Oh, yeah, Connor.
Connor.
Yeah, Connor.
From Stanford, Hartford.
No, from Hartford.
Funny, City
who
Steam.
Immediately came up to me and was like, I was clenching my hands the entire time I listened to the stories from Hartford because he was like, Puddle Face. Now my friends are calling me Puddle Face.
No.
That really cut your laugh short. He's like, so he went there on a mission to stay remotely sober. Yeah, we're definitely not. This is not a 5 beer thing. 5-year engagement. Great movie. Makes me sad every time.
It truly isn't.
And now it's even better that I know personally Emily Blunt.
You had a 5-year engagement? I did. Speaking of Emily Blunt, I just watched Devil Wears Prada for the first time.
It's great.
Loved it.
Because you are Miranda.
I would love to be Miranda. I know
She's
you're
not a
trying
good
to
per-
insult
she's
me.
not a good person,
She is a
though.
good person.
This is what's good
She
about-
proves
this is what's
that
great
that's
about
what
you.
you got to do to get ahead.
Yeah, but dude.
Anne Hathaway at the end of the movie. Anne Hathaway at the end of the movie goes like this. She goes, "I'm going to throw my phone in the fountain, and now I'm free." Oh, you're free? You're going to live with
Thank
your
God you
fucking
waxed
grilled
your
cheese
eyebrows and-
making boyfriend? You got nothing. You got nothing
That's Vinny
to do.
Chase, you piece of shit. That's Aquaman.
Yeah, but he's not
That's a
Vinny-
prequel.
Oh, no, not
it's a
again.
prequel to Entourage. I need another beer.
How do you need another beer? I still have a lot left.
I have a little bit. I have like 3 more shots.
But wait, what were we talking about?
Devil Wears.
Oh, Dana. Puddleface goes up to you. Puddleface goes up to you and me and just immediately points to Dana and goes, "Is that Dana, you bitch?"
And I love the fact that she might someday just get greeted in public like that.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy. That's why we got to keep her along for the ride. Despite the fact that she personally signed off our project, I would like to keep her name in the ethos.
Yeah.
Just so she continues to get harassed publicly.
Yeah, and she
Wouldn't that be great?
She would.
quit the job, but we're still forcing people to just really hound her.
But she came out, so she kind of is earning it, you know? What?
That was the one that shocked me. That one. I have a third win, dude. I feel nothing.
I can't swallow it.
I can't wait to host this show.
Oh,
A
no.
lot of peers that I really respect.
I'm going to be like, "Carly, you're good on girl cut." So
She's on your show too?
Yeah.
Mine too.
Really? Yeah. I can't wait. We're going to ask her who brings them up more shittily. So I don't know, man. So that was a fucking fun time, I guess.
How was the car ride home? Didn't you guys film some stuff?
Oh, we made we had a really fun car ride home where we kept doing movie trailers because Brendan plays he goes from playing like nothing but Method Man and then he plays.
Oh, Method Man is the best.
I love that. But then he goes and plays Top 40. And you're like, how did this? It's like Kesha.
I'm right there with him. Yeah.
So then he started
It's an
playing.
eclectic taste.
So
Hold on. Alex.
this is too many.
Hold
beers.
on. Oh, real quick. Is there anything in the chat?
Let me check. Hold on.
Okay, good. Because I'm trying to get you to not look at the timer.
Can you skip like 12 minutes? So on the way home, he played that song Fun, by Fun, that some nights I stay up, all that like, but I still wake up when I see you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Some nights
Are you singing the middle harmony or something? Because this is unrecognizable.
It's fun. So that was the song he was playing, and I made the observation. I was like, this sounds like it's in every Disney movie trailer. So we just started. No!
There are people in the chat. One person wants you guys to know that nobody would really give a shit if you stopped drinking.
That's what Greg Stone said to me one day, and it really hurt my feelings. He's like, we don't care if you quit, right? And I'm like, I guess I gotta.
If you quit, I quit.
I might quit.
Oh, I don't mean. I mean the podcast. I'll never quit drinking. But so we were doing a bunch of like trailers on the way home where we were making videos where we were like, this summer, and while playing that Fun song, it was perfect.
Oh, yeah. I forgot what we were talking about.
I've crossed into the not having fun section anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
While talking about Fun the Bear. You could tell how drunk we are by how hard you laughed at that.
Yes, it wasn't great. It was the best joke you ever made.
Right now, I think I'm victorious over Feeney so far. Like I had a tough early go.
No,
like cheetahs typically
dry
do.
heaved. I haven't even
like
touched
cheetahs
that.
typically do. I ran out of gas quick, but then I picked up steam once I saw some food.
I'm gonna say this on record. I don't think you know anything about cheetahs.
I've watched the movie Cheetah.
That's not that you're
a
talking
movie.
about the television show Cheaters, and that's a different thing.
I watch that on the road every time I'm on the road. It's the best marathon there is.
Why?
Cheaters? It's hysterical.
But you watch that to like not to be like,
no,
now
because
I'll
it's
never.
clearly put on, or it's just the most pathetic people on earth that fucking sign up to be a part of that.
Well, it's like cops. You're like, why would you sign the waiver?
Yeah, blur it out.
Yeah, like I have a throbbing headache. Listen, there's so many more stories, but I'll never tell them.
More stories.
I won't tell them.
Put Jay Moore.
Oh no. Oh, here's the end of it.
You just blow your head off right when you say that.
So on the way back, it's pouring rain. Brendan's driving.
Freshly high.
Oh, God, this is getting really tough.
That one was the
These
most
last
difficult
15
one.
minutes. These last 15 minutes.
No,
are
that
gonna
was like
be-
swallowing fucking Robitussin.
I'm gonna have to have my eyes closed for a bit.
Ass flavored Robitussin.
And so we're driving back.
Can I put my head down?
I gotta close.
I just want to lay down. And you know what, guys? We're doing it for you. So regardless if you say we can quit, we're not listening. We're world-class athletes. We are pushing through.
So we
Dude did a Adonis Creed. Give up after getting seemingly... Alex, you didn't ding it.
I did.
Did he give up after getting what most would call maybe the most embarrassing boxing fight of all time, getting fucking trounced in the second round, and then he fucking puts a tire in the middle of the ring in his left foot and he learns how to take a hit over 6 weeks? Get out of here.
Yeah, how do you not re-break your ribs? So anyway, on the way home,
Well, because
Brendan
they heal stronger.
Brendan
It's like
dropped.
my nose.
That's not how that works.
That is how that works. Once your fucking bones break and they're correctly reset and they rejoin, they're actually stronger than they once were.
Is that the case?
That is the case.
Oh no.
True.
So Brendan drops me off at my corner.
I'm getting stronger right now. I feel like I broke and now I'm back.
So I am, he drops me off. It is pouring rain. I fucking run because I was like, just drop me off at the corner. Just drop me off at the corner. Ah!
Whoa. What was that?
Drop me off at the corner. I go to Rosebud's house. I get to my house. I get upstairs. I take everything off. Naked. And
Naked?
and then I realize...
Do you look like you're in the Klan naked because you're so white?
No, I am very pink. I'm more pink than white.
You're a fucking...
I'm like a salmon.
Fresh-made possum?
Yeah. I'm a hamster with a shaved belly. So
that's a sweet little image.
So I get home, and it's also like 2 a.m. at this point.
Yeah.
I get home, I take everything off. All of a sudden, motherfucker, I don't have my phone.
Oh.
I freak out.
I like how you were just going to be like, and that's it for Poughkeepsie.
Yeah. Well, because...
Fuck
you, Alex. Oh, what are we, friends? Oh, no.
Ugh. Can't wait for my wife to hear this.
Anyway, I forgot my phone.
Hey, honey, want to know how I paid half the rent this month? Listen to our 100th episode.
I turn on my computer. I text Brendan and Rosebud. I go, hey, I left my phone. Brendan was like, Rosebud was like, I'll take your phone if you want to meet me in Brooklyn tomorrow. And I forgot where we had to go, but we had to go somewhere early at like 11 a.m. And
The three of you?
No. Just Erica and I. And I was like, I need to get my phone back. So Brendan, like the motherfucking hero he was, drove to Brooklyn to drop off Rosebud personally, drove back to Astoria to drop my phone off to me, and then drove out to Long Island to sleep there for the night. What a hero.
I mean, that is just
Dumb.
yeah, a guy that wants to please everyone.
But a good friend. Now you tell a story.
That one was a tough one to get down. So
That one was like drinking an entire pint of beer.
Yeah.
It was unlimited liquid.
So I went to Yamaneika's birthday party. It was I'm gonna throw up. I know it.
If as long as you throw up first, I'm okay with throwing. Throw up into the mic, please. I'm the better drinker, and now I can throw up, and it's okay.
First of all, I'll drink for 10 hours after that.
It's okay. No, you won't. You'll go to Betty by. I don't think there's. Oh no! Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That was on camera. What happened to your third wheel?
No! I need another beer. I'm like,
Mike just threw up on camera.
I'm like Billy Bob.
How many more minutes? How many more minutes is it, Alex?
10. 10 more minutes.
Don't say that.
Yeah, 10 more.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
This is too many beers. This is too many beers.
I got it out of my system. Now I feel great.
I would love to throw up.
I am ready to throw hands.
on camera.
Yeah, buddy. I hope everybody sets that as their fucking profile.
Guys, this is 100 episodes. He threw up. No. He needs another beer.
No, I
Why
got
do you
another
have
beer.
another beer?
I got another beer.
I already am in another beer. 1, 2, 3.
I'm at the end of my beer.
Neither of us need beer. Why did you say we need beer?
That's the... That's the end of my beer. Maybe I'm just drinking more beer than you. That's probably why.
Don't say that. We have them all lined up.
Yeah, but... I'm also drinking the end of the beer by myself when it doesn't match up with a fucking shot glass. So I feel great, everybody. I'm back. I'm at Yamaneika's birthday party, right? It's at the Fat Black Pussycat. It's supposed to start at 10. Yamaneika shows up promptly at 11:45. Just absolutely makes everybody wait the most possible. People are leaving. They're ordering food to go. They can't stand it. She shows up.
Where is this?
It's at the Fat Black Pussycat Comedy Cellar. You'll
said
know
that.
it once you get in. But she is covered.
Unnecessary.
I know that was. I apologize, but
Thank
she
you.
was from head to toe covered in gold chains. So Yamaneika is wearing the craziest outfit I've ever seen. It is so good. It's classic Yam. She shows up. We wait.
Here's my thing with that fucking bell. Sometimes you're hitting it right at the zeros, and then other times you're fucking doing it at like Way later.
I'm trying really hard to hit it at the 0, but you know, once or twice I slipped up.
Did you really see the vomit pouring out of my mouth?
Yes,
on camera?
I watched it in that.
For sure.
That's 1,000,000% going to be the preview, I suppose. So, we wait a while for Yam, right?
Just in there.
There's a lot. And it's all fizzy. It's none of it is
so
digested.
pussed.
It's all like, and it's covered in.
There's
it's
6 beers. We're on number 7 right now for people who are listening.
And it's also like there's
I don't
so many
feel good.
almonds in here that it looks super goofy. It's like it's a beer almond
why do you have
smoothie.
almonds?
Oh, because I got almonds and mango
ate
slices
almonds
for Creed
in the movie
2.
theater.
Yeah, because I'm trying to stay in shape, and I'm watching Creed, and I'm shadowboxing, and I'm trying to.
This is going to be the. I guarantee this is coming up.
Yeah. So I, of course, don't finish the almonds in the movie theater, as nobody should, because it was more than a serving size.
It was a generous amount of almonds.
It was a family size for a week. And
I can't. Hold on.
oh, you look vacant-eyed, dude. Get your eyes focused. Throw up. Throw up. Oh! I doubt you're back. Stop pounding your fucking tits. So she you know, what was we talking about?
Yamaneika.
So Yamaneika shows up in full man, I really had a movie reference in my head and I just fucking
Almost famous.
sent it in a carrier pigeon to fucking Mars. It has what is that movie with Jeff Bridges?
Oh my! I
The future movie where they're wearing that
With who?
bodysuit? Jeff Bridges?
Oh, Tron.
Tron. Yeah, she looked kind of like a gold Tron. So she gets there finally, right? And stop
Sorry,
it.
I apologize. I
Stop
apologize.
it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What are we fucking whatever. I was just going to say something crazy. So I pull one of the greatest Irish goodbyes of my entire career, right? It is unbelievable. Yam gets there. She's, of course, surrounded by admirers. Yes! Get it! Get it, Alex!
It wasn't that much.
You get it, you pussy. Do it.
Don't do that. I'm okay.
You're not okay. I know you're
right.
not okay. Get it.
Go ahead. Keep talking though.
Your father loves you. Yeah! That's 2 pukes. Chug the fucking shot, you puss. Yeah. Oh, that sounded way more than mine. Holy shit on a shingle. That was wild. I am ready to go all night, kid. I'm going to fist fight everybody at New York Comedy Club. The sound of that. Buddy, take it right now because you have a second one coming in like 20 seconds. Yeah, take the whole thing. Yeah, who's a better drinker now? Second win.
You threw up minutes ago.
Yeah, minutes ago, but still, now I'm back, baby. You're
Me too.
struggling.
I'll come back after.
Oh, hashtag me too. So I say hi to Yam. She's surrounded by people. It's crazy, right? Cameras going off. She's like finger fucking a.
That's an unreasonable. It's an unreasonable
I
bill.
already took it. Take yours. What a big drinker.
Blow my
Come on.
nose with this.
Come on, big drinky. You might need another beer. Do you think we need another one?
That was
Maybe
a
not.
lot.
No,
That
this
was
is
a
about.
lot
No,
of
that's
puke.
probably actually exactly what it is. So I go over there. She's taking she's taking pictures next to like a King Tut sarcophagus in the Fat Black Pussycat. It's ridiculous. The whole setup is unreal. People are dancing. People are having a great time. I go over and I'm like, Yam, what's up? I make a big scene, right? Give her a big hug, give her a big kiss, take a fucking selfie to prove my that I was
Existence,
there.
yeah.
And then like people were like, Yum, yum, and she's like trying to like do the proper thing,
Placate
which is
to everybody.
spread her attention to other people. And I Field of Dreams fade into the
I love it. I love it. Irish goodbye.
people, dude, so this gets really
You fucking deviant.
It's the new you bitch.
I know. I was like, I
Yeah, you
couldn't.
changed it.
Bitches hack.
So we no, that wasn't puke.
I also feel I could do 30 push-ups.
In my I was like, what smells like vomit? And I was like, oh, that's right. I'm holding a bucket of vomit on my lap. that's probably
It is all foam.
That's probably the culprit.
What are we gonna do with this?
Give it to
Alex, right?
Ralph.
Alex cleans it.
Yeah, you fuck. That's for never coming out.
Fuck, Alex, you fuck.
That's where we land. Perfect.
Yeah.
Dana, you bitch. Meet Alex, you fuck.
Yeah.
So I fade in, right? Absolutely fade in. It's an incredible Irish goodbye. People are calling me as I'm walking out of this place, and I feel.
Oh, so they see you leaving.
No. Like Greg Stone, or like somebody was like,
2 more, guys. We're almost done.
I feel great.
ready to take the world by storm. So I'm like, ninjaing out of this place, completely, fading into the background. One person yelled. I kind of gave him the Sebastian from Cruel Intentions flick of the wrist.
Yeah, toe it.
Yeah. And then Alexis was like, hey, do you want to ride to Barclays? Alexis Guerreros, the person who I run Illuminati party with. And which is every other Sunday, every other Wednesday. Wednesday started. I don't know.
I've heard that's a
January 9th.
show.
You should do it. So
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I don't book it.
I don't know
I
anybody.
don't book it. I have nothing to do with it. So
Hey, person that used to be a friend of mine on social media.
she no longer books it.
No
New person.
No, but the new person, that's who I'm talking about. The old person, not so much.
You're getting courageous with this alcohol in your system.
No, I'm saying I'll explain it after.
So, is this the last one?
I do love Becky.
Yeah, I think so.
Holy shit,
Buddy.
So we hold
cheers
on
to this?
Yeah, when it comes, stupid. So
I don't like how you're an angry drunk.
So
Oh my god. Oh.
yeah, please screen
a
grab that so
lot.
I can set it as my Grinder profile pic.
And the last, how they say in Power ends, right?
What was the sentence you said?
You know how Power Hour ends, correct?
We flipped the table.
No, yeah. We have to take a scoop shot of each other's vomit in order for it to end properly.
No, we don't. That's not the real rule. That's not the real rule, right?
I mean, you guys decide how you want to do it.
Oh, I don't like how enabling she is.
Hey, cheers, buddy. 100 episodes, huh? This is for you, you fucks. Are you
Yeah, it's
happy
all
now?
for you and not at
Are you
all
happy?
to perpetuate our problem. Take that guy
They
in the
say-
chat who said we should have quit.
Yeah, they say it's 5 beers. We did 6 3/4 motherfucking beer.
Oh, I did 7.
No,
I did
you also
7
just
full
added
beers.
yours in. I'll do that too.
I added a fucking little tiny jism.
I'll add the 7.
a
So we did
fucking-
7 beers in an hour, and just a little bit of puke from each of us.
Yeah, I guess so. Whatever the volume ounces in the garbage can, we'll remove from the fucking.
So we had 5 beers.
So I'm at. I leave Yam's party, and Alexis Guerreros goes, "Hey man, can I give you?" And I'm not drinking this night. I also should tell you I took an 80 milligram edible, so it was like
80.
It was way too much. I took a 50 and a 30, so I was just going to get high and just kind of hang out. And I noticed as I was talking to Sal Volcano about his wedding and like planning, I like would try to kind of chime in with my own experience, and I was like trailing off sentence after sentence, just had really nothing to offer in the entire conversation. And so I'm like high as the Dickens, and Alexis brings me into his car,
Charles.
and he's like, "Can you drive?" He's like, "I'll drop you off at Barclays." Like, and I'm like, "Cool, perfect." He drives me there. We have a great conversation. He's like, "Hey, here's the train. All you got to do, boom, get in, get out." I get in, and immediately on top of the thing, it was like, it's like, this is the entrance to the NRQ, and under the passageway, it's to what you need, Mike. That's what it says on the board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, like, whatever. And I walk in, and I realize there's like, 2 people doing heroin. There's like 8 people getting onto the NRQ train. And I'm like, I don't recognize this. So I immediately panic. I turn back around. I go up above, and I'm like, I'll walk straight to Barclays Center. I know that's how you get in to like all the trains, and you can kind of find the easy route to everything.
Atlantic Terminal.
Yeah, and I get over to Barclays. I get lost immediately. Like, I don't know where I am. 14 homeless guys in a row, like, pump faked at me. It was like the scene in Home Alone 2 where he's like, man, it's rough out there. And he gets in the cab, and the guy's like, ain't much better in here, kid. And he's like all dusty-eyed and weird. Yeah. That's how I felt during this entire thing. And I'm like, this is the fucking biggest nightmare of my entire life. And so I just hail a cab.
There you go.
Because I lost myself, went home, and just, proceeded to trip over everything in the entire house. This happened last night I think last night or 2 nights ago. I wanted to say this. Nicole has been just, dealing with a lot with me, and just like, she heard me come home, and I knocked the back scratcher. So I have a back scratcher that I keep on the knob of our door just for easy findings, because I have a scratchy back often. Mm-hmm. And apparently, I've
often said I want to open instead of massage parlor, it's just a back scratching parlor. Yeah. Would you go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just hire 14 Puerto Ricans with fake
But here's
nails.
the thing. After you scratch the back, here's what my establishment would do. After you scratch the back, and you got to hit every single area. There's nothing worse than when they miss a spot, like erasing something on a blackboard. They miss that spot, they don't scratch. After you scratch the whole back, most important, almost as important as the scratching, is the smoothing. You smooth it over.
Smooth it?
Oh, dude, if you don't smooth after you scratch, you're just you're living in a dumb fucking life. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Wow, I've never heard such a hard line on back scratch and smooth. But so I take the cab home. I knock off this fucking back scratcher, right? And I like hear it twingle on the ground.
Twingle? By the way, that's nothing.
Oh. Final shot. So she, I hear it like knock around, and I give it like a classic half-assed look where I'm like, where the fuck did that go? And I look down, and it's not in my immediate vision, so I'm like, I'll just pick it up tomorrow morning, whatever. Mm-hmm. I get down, I get in bed, and as if it was a test of consciousness, Nicole immediately pops up, goes to the bathroom, steps directly
Sideshow Bob?
Steps directly on the back scratcher, looks at me, goes, fuck you! You fucking left it on the ground! Bo-nose baseballs it over her knee, snaps it over her knee.
Oh my God!
Throws it at me in bed, and then proceeds to go piss.
Were you asleep?
Yeah! No, I wasn't at all. It was 18 seconds after I laid down. It was a fucking...
I do that. Here's my move that I do. I try to go to bed, like when I come home, if I'm trying to change into like sweats or like something more comfortable or whatever, and Erica's asleep, what I do is like I try to be very quiet, but then sometimes I'll knock something over or it'll be loud noises like that. And what I do
is you hit her.
She can take a good punch when she's asleep. And it's just something that I do to her to kind of let her know, like, hey, this wasn't. I'm not meaningfully being an asshole. This was an accident. I sigh really loud, so I'll knock something over and I'll go. Like that.
Just to show her that you care?
Yeah, just to show her, like, I didn't want this. You know? Like, that's my move.
That's a fun move.
So, feel free to adopt it. So, anyway, here's something that happened to me, which is kind of crazy, which is I was trying to drive to Brooklyn, and I was on one of these side streets in Astoria, and there was this guy who was double parked, like a big truck, like a food cart kind of a truck, and there was a Ford F-150 in front of me, and he couldn't get by the food truck. And so he was laying on the horn. It's like 9 a.m.
I'm not laughing at your story. I'm laughing that both of us threw up.
I actually feel, if that didn't happen, I don't know where I'd be, but not in a good place.
No.
So the guy is laying on this Ford F-150 horn. The guy in front of me, he's like this white, bald, short kind of a guy.
White guy driving an F-150?
Bald and short. Can you believe it?
Weird.
It's almost like a complex. So I'm behind the F-150, and this guy just 30 seconds uninterrupted laying on the horn, which is like, at that point, it's like, also, it's like, it seems like he could have kind of gotten around the guy, but he's just like, you gotta fucking move. So he's screaming at this guy over and over and over again, and the guy, like, he's like a little, like, short, kind of like Mexican dude that just kind of walks over, doesn't move his truck, but just kind of like assesses was kind of looking at both trucks and was like, just go through, pull in your mirrors and go through. And the guy's like, brr, brr. And he goes, fuck you, you gotta move your fucking car. He goes, I can't get through, you fucking asshole. And he's like screaming at this guy. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me, he looked very much like the episode of Seinfeld when I think it was the first season where George and this guy tried to pull into a spot, like he was going to back in while this guy front pulled in. He's the bald guy with the glasses, like, Jerry! You know, that kind of a thing. So he is screaming at him. So then it turns out the guy doesn't need to move, and he just goes through it, and then he goes, there's enough room for him to move, and he goes, yeah, well, you can't park there, so I guess we were both wrong, asshole, and then drove away.
Wow.
And you're like, so wait a minute, you were yelling at kind of yourself also?
Sure.
Like, it was your...
Just to make it even.
Yeah, like,
I get it.
You caused the rift.
Yeah.
You caused the problem, and meanwhile, you were like,
But if you own up to your own fault, then it's white
it's
clean.
both of our fault, asshole.
That's how I view my marriage.
Yeah. And buddy, here's to another 100 episodes.
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.
This is Mike Feeney from the Irish Goodbye Podcast. If you loved our show, be sure to check out other excellent shows on the network. For instance, High Society Radio. Check out a clip right now.
Right now.
Once, so first,
You got numbers?
I hit this fucking 970.
Yeah.
So I'm letting everyone know. By the Tuesday this comes out, you guys will never see me again.
I respect
Guarantee that. Okay, that or I buy Gas Digital, and I just,
You and Gronk.
Yeah, me and Gronk. I like
About
have enough
time.
money to like actually bring Gronk in as a partner.
At that point, you got more money than he does. What do you need him for?
I just want him, Johnny. Okay, I'll be so rich.
Well, who else are you going to get with a G so it could be Blank and Stanley Media?
I don't know. Where's some fucking celebrities with G in their name?
Gregory
Triple
Hines?
G?
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
all right.
yeah, that's mad
That's
Gs.
perfect. I will get me and Triple Gas Digital. It's
You fucking asshole.
It's mostly Kazaki fucking
my
content.
It's just him giving you recipes for Russian black bread, eating
You know
some
what?
sort of smoked herring.
You know what?
yeah.
I'm gonna make them and I'm gonna eat them, and then we're gonna do a podcast about
Just
it.
smoking cigarettes on there. That's a fucking life.
It'll be me,
Caprice.
Triple G, Dice, Bo Dito. We'll make a super show.
Fuck, Bo Dita's the man. Miss you, Bo.
Hey, it's fucking.
Hey, it's four guys who can't talk that good doing a podcast.
Hey, it's we're over here now.
Oh, man.
We're over, right, Dice? Hey, what about you, Triple G? Oh, you fucking can barely speak English, but you speak more than fucking Canelo. You were robbed, Triple G.
Oh.
This will be most shows. Then Bo Dito. hey, you're a fucking crooked cop, but I love you.
He's good at what he does. Oh, man. That's the worst.
Gas Digital is going to be fucking amazing. And I'll be like, hey, that's not
It's going to be great.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And I'm like, hey, it's not a fucking stutter.
shit.
Look, Triple G and Chris Stanley S own the fucking thing, all right? So
Nice.
stop making fun of us for stuttering. Now, Triple G, I want you to fuck this guy up for making fun of me.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. I'll fucking cover the goddamn...
Oh, gee, this guy's making fun of your stutter.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Triple G, all right? My wife. Like I'll fucking yell that. Yeah, that'll be the next. That's gonna replace the Real Ass Podcast. My wife in the morning.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
great.
It'll be me, Triple G, Zach Amico, and Mike Feeney. All right, it'll be it's four hosts on every fucking show. From
God,
now on.
that's a lot.
If I swear to God, if I see one fucking show on Gas Digital, I fucking will. They'll be shit canned. All right. Look. All right. So right now we have we're over here now. Right.
All right. That's a good block.
And then what's the other fucking show? My wife.
There
right?
you go.
So that's two shows. All right. Bruce Buffer's in a fucking world of shit because he's just one dude. I hope he gets it with Josta and fucking Tim Dillon and Ray Kump.
There you go. That's full.
And then you know what?
Been here for over a year.
Nope. It's fucking. That's their new show. I don't know what to call it yet, but we're gonna.
time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There you go. So listen, that's where we're at with this fucking.
Right.
Once I win this 900 million, and Harrington, guess what? You're gonna be the president of the fucking world. There you
Nice.
go. The world being
Kingmaker.
2 weeks.
in 2 weeks. South Carolina, what's up? All right, that's my business plan for fucking winning the lottery.